Hey, welcome back to the drawing stream. If you're new here, we've been working on this self portrait for past, I don't know, 10 to 12 days, something like that. This is the 11th, I think, installment. So, welcome if you're brand new and you're just now joining us. And I'm glad you're here. If you can hear me okay, I would appreciate a sound check. Just let me know you can hear me over on Facebook or YouTube. That would be helpful. And we'll go ahead and get started here. I want to look at this value right under. We worked on the mouth last night. I want to get one value right in here. Hey, Alice, how are you? Good to see you. I presume you can hear me, so thank you. Awesome. Appreciate that, Alice. So, okay. At this point with the drawing, I'm thinking more about the values right now. I'm less concerned about color right now because color can come later on. I mean, I'm a little concerned about it, right? But I'm not going to stress about color. Hey, Jan, thank you so much. Awesome. Appreciate it. Jan is watching over there on YouTube Live as well. Maria's over on YouTube Live. And Jan is on Facebook as well, it looks like. Cool. Thank you for the sound check. Appreciate that. All right. I wonder if Deborah is out here. I tried working on my color issue a little bit. Okay, so you might notice that there is a part of the drawing. Well, there's several parts really, but a part of the area of the skin and up there on the face that I've really just kind of left alone. I really didn't touch, other than the hand. I didn't touch the ear very much yet. I haven't touched the forehead and this area right in here. So we're going to come back around and we will work on that here in a moment. So just want to check and make sure. Oh, that looks a little dark. Let me see if I can edit this on the fly. I'm looking at it on the iPad, and that is a little dark. A little too much. I want to get it looking more like it does in reality. That might be a little more accurate right there. Take a look. And I was talking about the gamma or gamma correction today. For those of you that were on office hours, so Jan, you might remember that. I was talking about gamma. that is part of the filter on OBS, and sometimes that makes things look a little funny. Can't get that quite right. That's a little closer though. Okay. Oh, thank you, Barb. Appreciate that. Barb's watching over there on Facebook Live. Okay. So let's do this. It's sometimes, when you're on a drawing, sometimes you're just like, okay, what do I work on next? And you're looking around, you've got to make a decision on where to go. So, we could go in a lot of different places. We worked on, you might recall last night, this was totally blank. So we filled in the lips and the chin mouth area. I mean, we had some dark blue in there, I think. So I feel okay about that. This I can wait until later because everything's kind of set a little bit and established. We just have to get some full saturation like we've got over here all the way in the head. So I'm going to work on the hand. So I probably should zoom back out just a little bit so you can see it better. Does that help? That might be better. Okay. So if I'm looking at that hand, so it is catching a lot of reflected light, right? And so the shadow shapes are very, very tiny, very small, where we've got these little tiny cast shadows over here. But then we've got a form shadow on the fingers themselves. So I think what I'll do is I'll work a little bit on that cast shadow on the cheek, and then we'll move up into the fingers. Okay. That's a little meticulous right in there. Hope I'm still on the frame for my face in the camera there. I guess I am. I can't hardly see this. See if I can get this closer. I don't want to block the view of the camera. But that edge needs to be pretty exact. And then that should be dark enough and enough of a dark value on there to do something with, so that we can now look at the finger itself and start adding a little bit of a contour right there. So I was using dark flesh for that. So I'm going to switch over to my Crimson Lake and the Caran d'Ache Luminance. And I want to work on then that form shadow from the finger that moves towards the side of this finger. And if you think of fingers as like these little digits, and they're all in sections. We've got three little sections here at the knuckle where each joint is. Then it gets a little easier to think about. Okay. Now over here. Tell you what. I'll zoom in just a little bit so I can see that better. We're going to be up that far. I remember back in the old days, just a few years ago, I would have had like jewelry specs on and trying to get in there and just see that really closely. Um, but that can lead you to some other problems, right? So I'm glad I got away from that. But that's my tendency. I want to get that close, really. Okay. I'm going to grab some of my pink colors. All right. So I just want to get that very bright color in here right now. Let me sharpen this. Okay, and this is a Polychromos pencil. This one is, what is that? Dark Carmine. Rose, let's see here. Cannot read these things because of that gold script on there. It looks like it is, yeah, Rose Carmine. There we go. Oh, hey, Margie. Margie's watching over on Facebook Live. So, Margie, I went to high school with Margie. I have not talked to you in forever. How are you? Yes. Are you in Oklahoma area or not anymore? Thanks for the compliment, by the way. Okay, let me grab this dark flesh again. We'll go down here. All right. Get a really dark edge right here. You live in Oklahoma City. Cool. And you're an attorney now. What kind of attorney are you? That's awesome. I always figured she would do something like that. Wasn't sure. All right. Immigration law. Wow, good for you. That's awesome. Oh, I bet you're really good at it. Oh, thank you, Samia. Appreciate that. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate it. Okay, now, oh, I'm off the frame. See, someone's got to tell me when I do that. I forget that I'm getting down too far. Here we go. Hopefully, we can see that. All right. All right, so down here, I'm just going to cover this a little bit. Right at that edge where we have that separation between the shadow and the light. And right in here. Okay. Now, what I need to do is create this contour over here, but I need this part of the shadow to be darker. So I mean, this is subjective quite a bit, but I love it when, even if you don't see this, where you can create a darker area inside a shadow right here at the edge of where it might be logical to create the darkest spot and then move away from that very slowly, creating a lighter value as that movement um, you know gets closer to the edge of the shadow, the end of the shadow, and we enter into the light. A little bit of movement in there. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So, Brenda, you're talking about hands being fascinating, and it has been a while since I've worked on hands, so I'm kind of excited about it. All right. Here's another area right down here at the edge of the hand where that hand has an edge for the shirt and the neck, and you can move that shadow as well. Oh, Jan, you have done a beautiful job on your brother, and what a wonderful tribute to him. That is just really great. Okay. Good evening, Deborah. Yeah, I agree, Brenda. There's a lot of expression in hands. Can be. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will, Jan. They will love it. But if you're like me, you're always on pins and needles until you hear back from whoever the recipient is when you give a drawing or sell a drawing. It's always like, I hope they'll like it. Oh, thanks, Alice. Thanks for hanging out for a while. Okay, let's grab way down there. I want that to be really dark. That spot right there. Um, grab this Bordeaux. Get a little bit of warmth in here, even in this dark, dark shadow. My hand did a little spaz right there. Sometimes that happens. Oh, thank you, Margie. Yeah, so I actually do the sketching with a colored pencil. Um, and so from the very beginning, we're using colored. I'm using colored pencil from the very beginning. Okay. I'm not real sure what the shirt in this is gray, but I don't think I'm going to. Um, I'm not going to use gray as my color for the shirt. But I do want this hard edge right here on the hand, right up next to the hand. Okay, now I'm going to turn my attention back over to the hand, and I want to work out where some of the darkest shadows are, the darkest values. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Sarah's over on Facebook Live. Really, Margie? That's so interesting. Do you enjoy doing the acrylic? That that's something I never really did anything with acrylic paint. Just hasn't made its way into my studio. I've tried a couple things, I guess, years ago um, with acrylic paint, and I just didn't really care for it. I used oils a little bit, but I was too slow to use acrylic, to be honest. It was just so, it dried so quick. So, Margie, it seems like I remember using colored pencils in, oh man, what was her name? Mrs. Hill's class. Do you remember that? Or did you do that? That's just a random memory from school that just came up. I just remembered that. Seemed like you might have been in one of those classes. We'll see you, Jan. All right. Have fun with the grandkids. All right. Mhm. Okay. Now let's see. Move that out and back up. It's one of those things where the hands just start feeling weird and looking weird until they don't. Hopefully they won't. Or you just have to kind of follow the values. Darker over here, so I need a little more warmth over there. So I think I will grab a polychromos though. I need some of that to stay where it is, so that the polychromos pencil will usually do that. Looking for a dark red. Okay. All right. Now I can use my brush again. That's blending some of that because of that polychromos pencil mostly. That's not going to blend at all because I used the luminance pencil in there as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side now of that hand and work my way back. So I need a very neutral pencil in the polychromos. So I'm going to use terracotta. Let's see. So I have a little bit of my Caput Mortem that is still on there. So I can get rid of a little bit of that. Yeah, I do. I'm not as I don't use, if I'm using Gamsol, I'm not using that stiff bristled brush. Not until like sophomore year or something, I think. Yeah. So that older teacher, Margie, you're thinking of is Mrs. Dunham, I think. Is that right? I think it was Mrs. Dunham who you're thinking of. she was she was a sharp old lady. I kind of miss her. Is that it? Okay. No, I liked her classes quite a bit. I You felt like in her classes you were really learning something. Oh yeah, sure, Deborah, Debbie. So most people call you Deborah now, or you were talking about that today. I can't remember what you said. Okay, just want to hit a little bit of this. Here we go. Oh, okay. So I want just enough of this neutral color on here to create a little bit of that illusion of three dimensionality, and enough so that the brush will move it around a little bit. And then we can worry about exact colors later on. But this is neutral enough that it'll give us a little bit of a curve and a dimension. Hmm. Cracking me up, Deborah. Okay. Not lose track of time. We got to look at the clock here. All right, we'll go a couple more minutes here and we'll stop. Okay. Yeah, this color is nearly too light, actually, but not bad. There we go. Oh, you're welcome, Deborah. I'm enjoying it. All right. Good night, Deborah. We'll talk to you soon. One thing I really love about Pastelmat is just how quickly you can render. Oh, you sent one, Margie? Thank you. That's awesome. I'll check it out. Very cool. I don't remember you being artistic, but to be honest, I don't remember a whole lot about high school. Maybe that's age. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, we need more pink in here, so we'll add that tomorrow probably. And then we need a lot of red in that ear that's in the direct sunlight right there. Okay, I'm getting impatient with that. It's time to stop. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. We'll be finished with this before you know it. So um, I don't know when that'll be, but before you know it, we'll be done and it'll be all over. But I've enjoyed it. We're going to do a background too, and I've got an idea what I might want to do there. I dug these guys out, so this is colored pencil. They're just in these blocks, and I was a little inspired by some things that Carrie Lewis was saying about taking some shavings. I haven't done that in a while. I call it blushing, where I'll take the shavings and I will take that powder and then transfer that powder onto the surface and the background, and that's a lot of fun. So I was barely there, present, yes, but somewhere. Oh, you're funny, Margie. All righty then. Okay, guys. I will sign off. It is late here. We're on the East Coast, so and I will talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye bye.